Cool stuff here. I'm Landon Miller. Kristen is off tonight, and thank you for keeping it here. Bubble curtains are used around the world to prevent debris from moving through an area, but this is actually the first time it's been used underwater to prevent the spread of invasive weeds. Paul Nelson shows us the depths of this technology.
Boats come through this channel on a daily basis this time of the year, and that increases the chance of spreading invasive aquatic plants from the Tahoe Keys to the rest of the lake.
Because a lot of the boats will sit in the water and their props will get infested with weeds and wrapped around it as they go through the lagoons.
That's why the League to Save Lake Tahoe and the Tahoe Keys Property Owners Association installed this bubble curtain a couple of weeks ago. The idea is to trap plant fragments in the keys, keeping them out of the lake.
This bubble curtain just stops them, allows the boats through, but stops the fragments.
The bubbles create a wall, coming from a perforated hose that stretches across the floor of the channel in a V shape. That funnels the plant fragments to the edges to make them easier to collect.
This is how we provide all the power and all the air to the bottom of these perforated tubes at the bottom of the channel.
Patterson says of the 172 acres in the Tahoe Keys, 90% are infested.
And once they get a hold of Lake Tahoe, they change the whole ecology of the lake, provide habitat for other invasive species, and actually make nutrients more available for algae, which none of us want to see on our rocks or in Lake Tahoe.
There's about 1,000 homes on the west channel of the Tahoe Keys, and almost all of them have a dock. So as you can imagine, there's a lot of boats that come through here. That's why this boat backup station is so important.
The boats come through, they stop, reverse their propeller, and then they back up, which clears the propeller of all the weeds so it doesn't drag out into the lake.
Hoover says about 2/3 of the boat operators comply, but he hopes that number goes up. That and the bubble wall could buy some time to figure out how to get rid of the invasive plants for good.
It's really about stopping the spread so we can figure out a long-term solution for in the Keys, which will be far more expensive and complicated, but we don't want to put the lake at risk while we're trying to figure that out.
Covering the big story in South Lake Tahoe, Paul Nelson, Channel 2 News.
That is pretty cool. Now, invasive weeds are found in 18 different locations around the lake. Patterson hopes to see the results from the bubble curtain in about 1 month. If successful, more could be placed in those other areas.